Hey, good afternoon and welcome in. My name's Stephanie. My channel is Jersey Love Stuff and thank you for stopping in. Just wanted to say hello and how you doing? I'm not going to be on here long, but I had like a half an hour break and then I got to, continue. Anybody driving in this conditions and the challenges this week? I pray to God I don't get into an accident. This week has been probably one of the roughest since I've been driving in 9 years. And people tell you trucking is easy, it's garbage, it's a lie. But I wouldn't give it up for anything. Anything in life is not easy. People say it's easy, it's not. And but this is what makes life good, right, guys? When we have challenges, if we don't have challenges, it gets stagnant. So even though it's challenging, it keeps us on our toes. But this weather is so bitterly cold outside. I want to do like a little bonfire. I know you probably heard cold so many times, but it is just so cold. The only good thing is it's not windy, so it's bearable to the point where it's not so cold when you're outside, but more than 5 minutes and you're feeling it. You guys planning a vacation anytime soon? Anybody out there? Yeah. Anybody out there? Hello? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? See if I can come on here. Am I live? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? I just I think this is on delay. Trying to see if it's live here. Um, is anybody out there, guys? I'm not gonna be on here long, but if I can, I want to plan a vacation. But with the way the economy's been, just trying to, make sure we pay the bills and all that. That's about it. And I don't know about flying, like driving, maybe like a staycation, either Pennsylvania or Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. There's so many places to go here. So, I mean, we got the Jersey Shore here, but it's freezing right now. But it is kind of something spectacular when you go in the off season. It's just like nobody's down there, so it's very peaceful. But it's totally different in the summertime. Um, we got casinos and stuff like that, but I'm not trying to dump a ton of money. But it is kind of fun to just go down there, spend a little money. I Valentine's Day is coming up. To get my significant other something special. It's his birthday, then Valentine's Day, then my birthday, so it's whammy. Hey Cassie, how are you? Good morning. Don't get stuck, you mean? I won't. I don't know if you're, where are you tuning in from, Cassie? I like that name. Oh my God, this week has been so challenging with driving. Just banks. The banks of snow or ice now. And I don't know. But I definitely want to plan a vacation. But this month is basically my fiance's birthday, then Valentine's Day, then my birthday. My birthday is this month. And it's also, well, February. Also, it'll be 4 years for my channel, so that's another thing. So I'll probably do something special for 4 year anniversary. I never really celebrate like the anniversary of my channel, so I'll do something that. But I don't know. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day, or do you celebrate it? We celebrate it, but normally we'll celebrate one or two things together. The birthday and Valentine's together. Hey, Kaylin, how are you? Good. I'm doing good. How are you? Wait. I got one more day work, and then I'm off on Sunday. How about you? Are you working? Are you off? But are you planning on a vacation? Hey, Caitlin. Hi, Tushar. Thank you for coming in. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. That's so sweet. Oh, my God. Yeah, Lord, if I could go anywhere, where would you go if you could go across the country? Hello, son. How are you? Thank you for coming in. My YouTube family. Welcome in, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Share out. Subscribe. Like. Comment. Everything. Please give it to me. You help the channel grow. We don't go anywhere without each other. Without anybody on the other side. So thank you for all your beautiful feedback. Yeah, love is responsibility. uh, though, but no matter what, we want companionship. So either you're with one person or you have to start over all the time with dating. And dating is very, very expensive, I think, over and over. And it's eventually you want to get to know somebody, right? Says, Caitlin says, no, I'm home alone with two siblings. Okay. Darling is Fanny. Sorry, darling. I have no idea what that means. Darling is Fanny. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, responsibility. We can't do anything without responsibility, and if you do, we have to pay a lot of money, right? It just doesn't go well in the long run, right? But it takes time for people to learn. Some young people are very responsible. I mean, I give them a lot of credit. But, you know, even if some people come from a really good background, it doesn't always necessarily mean that people are responsible. But then when they see that it doesn't go well, they learn, hopefully they learn the lesson. But I never look down on people. I always try to say an encouraging word, because we don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what their background is, even if it is good, whatever. But just try to give like word of encouragement, right? But I do want to plan a vacation. I don't know, but the money's just not there. But you know, I do like going to like museums and stuff like that. So even if it was like a daycation or something, like, not go for like a week or something like that, but even like just a day trip would be nice, because I do have a dog. I don't know if you guys have animals, but I do have a dog and cat, so it's always worrying about the dog and cat, somebody gonna feed them properly. And so like that. But I do have my cousin to help me out, like feed the animals. It's just so expensive when you go someplace, so like if you take a day trip somewhere, there's plenty of places. I'm in New Jersey, so we could go for the mountains, and we could go all the way to the Jersey Shore, and stuff like that. Maybe like next year plan a longer vacation, start to save up for it if I can. It's a struggle, right, guys? I do like camping in a cabin too, not in a tent. I don't know if you guys are into camping. I'll camp, but I have to be in some kind of cabin, like a structure. I wouldn't mind doing like an RV. I don't have an RV, but they do run them. Same as something like that. But I wouldn't mind taking like a daycation, right? What are you guys doing? Just this weather has been a little bit rough. I don't know what you're saying, Tushar. I really don't. I'm sorry. Love is war. I don't know about that. Not really, because when you love somebody, love always protects. You know, love isn't war, but I don't know. I guess maybe you're thinking is, how your mind is. People think differently, but love always protects. Love is always supposed to protect the other person and yourself. You have to love yourself too, so you protect yourself too. Love always protects. But love isn't war. Love is taking up the cause of the other person, so we protect somebody. We love them, we protect them, right, with all our heart and all our being. You know, when we see someone go down the wrong path, don't let them just keep wandering off. Say a word to them, right? So we show that we love. People sometimes get mad with us, but at least we did try to do something, right? Instead of just turn the other way and just not say anything, because that's not love. Ignoring and just not caring that that person's going down the wrong way is not loving somebody. And it's hard. Bringing a word of truth is not always easy. Um, there's a time for everything, right? If you said the same thing over 25 times, you only could tell somebody something that much, and then they have to actually try out their feet. You can't control nobody. You can lead people or try to at least, but everybody is really responsible for themselves. Not when they're a baby. I'm not saying like that, but people are supposed to be responsible for themselves. You know, responsibility is life based. Very good, son. You're a good role model. Everything's always easier said. But if people apply these things, responsibility is life based. This is what Son says. It makes so much sense. We're not always responsible, though, are we? But if people apply that, that would keep them so much. It would keep them out of so much trouble. My responsibility, I need to start packing my lunch because not I'm getting fast food, and I said I wasn't going to do this year, and so far this month I've had it about 4 or 5 times because I have not packed my lunch. So I got to start to be responsible with packing my lunch. I'm making breakfast and I'm packing a snack, but I also need to eat some kind of protein, so I usually stop for a sandwich at the fast food joint or the supermarket. But by that time I'm hungry. I'm very hungry, and driving, you don't really have time to. When you're hungry, you need to eat, right? Let's just be honest. I don't do really good with fasting. I do break my fast at night from 7 o'clock all the way to the morning, but as far as me going all day, I can't. My blood sugar like drops down. And that's all you focus on is just eating. And I hate driving like that. It's like hangry, you know. And it's good. You need that hunger though. Um, but then when I eat, I'm satisfied. Thank God, right, for food. But I don't want to keep eating fast food all the time. But I try to eat, I'll get like a sandwich or something, whatever. It's not really a big deal. This is first world problems. But I hope you guys are doing good. And whatever you're going through, don't ever let your heart become cold and calloused. Like, don't look at people that are in these leader positions and they're so cold and callous and full of hatred and think that this is a good role model, because it's not. It's despicable, and it's dark. So the way we the way you can make sure is always do something kind for somebody, you know. Whether these people want to be full of hatred and stuff like this, don't go with them. Be full of love. And I know we're limited, but you can always say something nice to somebody, right? You don't you don't have to join in with them, you know. And think about good role models that you had in your life. I'm not talking about people that are just sarcastic and full of hatred and bitterness and put people down, and just because they've had something bad happen in their life they want to take it out on everybody and woe is me and everything. And we've all had bad stories, okay? And I'm not making light of it, but when we get outside of ourselves and we, like these people that sometimes stand on a platform, are just full of hatred and wickedness, you know. And we can't let our hearts turn to that and think that's okay, because you can act any way you want to, okay? Nobody can control you, but the thing is you're not going to have really good friendships, and the people that you're going to hang out with are always going to have something negative. So it's the spirit around you is going to be very dark. So protect your heart and your peace of mind by doing, don't let your heart go dark, you know. Even if you've had bad things happen to you, don't take it out on people. And you know, always remember that love is stronger than that dark. So no matter what we go through, um, turn to love. And it hurts sometimes, you know, but when you get outside of yourself and you start to do stuff for other people and you focus on other people, it takes your mind off of that pain that's inside, you know. And I'm not saying just brush it under the rug, but sometimes it's a season just to turn, you know, and kind of get your mind off that. It can help you fix your mind on other people rather than ourselves, right? Because the pain can be so overwhelming, the grief and the pain and the heartache and stuff. So don't ever let your heart become hardened, and do something good for somebody else, okay? Well, I'm going to get off of here because now my break is up. My name is Stephanie. My channel is Jersey Love Steph, and if you stop by, thank you. And I hope to see you guys again. Thank you for everybody who's been part of my channel. Son and Dushar, Kathy, thank you for stopping by. And I'll just thank you very much, guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. All right. And enjoy the weekend. Plan something special. Even if it's a day trip, do something special for yourself. Okay. It says failure to plan is planning to fail. So we got to plan something. Okay. Don't just look for today, look for tomorrow too. All right, good Lord willing. All right, guys, have a great day and enjoy life.